All right, hello and welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have NBA 30-team playoff bracket fight. Who is going to be the best team in 2026? Who's going to win it all? Now, the only problem with the bracket fight, but it's also what makes it interesting, some good teams can be knocked out early right away. For example, this is just an example, okay? The Denver Nuggets versus the Spurs. Now, obviously, if the Nuggets were to play the Jazz, they would advance. And if the Spurs were to play the Jazz, they'd advance. But because they're playing each other, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. One of them is going to get knocked out in the first round. So kind of similar to March Madness, except I don't even think they're seeding. So imagine March Madness without a seeding. Anyway, let's get straight to it. Where are we starting here? I know it shows Knicks and Hornets, but where are those two teams at? Oh, because Cavs get a bye and Thunder get a bye. Okay. Anyway, let's get straight to it. Knicks versus Hornets. To me, this is really straightforward. The Knicks are going to be better than the Hornets. I don't think there's a lot of hot takes in anything I'm about to say when I say the Knicks are just a straight up better team. They have the best players. Jalen Brunson is better than LaMelo Ball, better than Brandon Miller, better than... I mean, I don't even need to continue with this statement. All this is really just very obvious. Now, the Hornets can, be surprising just because they have so much young talent, but not better than the Knicks. Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets. Assuming Giannis stays, which it looks like all indications are that he's going to, the Bucks will be better than the Nets. The Nets are completely in rebuild mode. They just drafted 6 first-round picks. Insane. Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls are just in this terrible spot where they're not terrible enough to be, a top 3 pick team, but they're not good enough to even be in the playoffs. It's just a terrible spot for the Bulls to be in, and they constantly find themselves in this spot. Heat, Hawks. Ever since Jimmy Butler left the Heat, it left a huge void in their ceiling. Right now, the Heat just aren't good enough. The Hawks, while they have a lot to prove, made some nice offseason acquisitions. Biggest names, Kristaps Porzingis. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was the other big acquisition in the offseason. Just a really, really, really solid role player. I got the Hawks better than the Heat. Pistons versus Raptors. To me, this Pistons team, they're going to even be better than last year, especially with this weaker Eastern Conference. Raptors, they're still a project, and even with BI on the team, a whole lot of question marks surrounding that team. Pacers, Sixers with Tyrese Halliburton out. I mean, honestly, you could still argue against the Sixers here. I don't think it's a great argument, but hey, maybe you say, hey, Joel Embiid's going to be hurt again. Paul George is going to be hurt again, blah, blah, blah. And you have an argument. However, I'm going to go with the Sixers. To me, they're just going to be a better team due to Pacers not having Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm also assuming their guys are going to be healthy, but we do not know how that's going to go. Celtics, Wizards, I have Celtics still better. Obviously, losing Jason Tatum is just massive in the worst way possible, but you still have Jaylen Brown, Derek White. Anthony Simons, I don't know what's going on with him, if he's going to still end up being on this roster, but he is a really good scorer. This is a tough one because Cavs definitely had injuries, and you really couldn't see the best of them going against the Pacers, but no excuses. You got to be, top dog in the East this year with Celtics and Pacers out. Knicks, same thing, no excuses. You got to be top dog. Both of these guys are fighting for that spot. It's a shame that I have to already this early pin them against one another, because basically whoever wins this is going to the finals. I mean, I don't even know what 2 other East teams would be deemed better going into the season. Give me the Knicks. I'm not the biggest believer in the Cavs. Bucks, Magic. Give me the Magic due to the Bucks just really not having that legitimate second guy. I know you had Miles Turner, but you look at what Miles Turner did in the finals, and it's very unimpressive. Magic adding Desmond Bane, huge for them. They just need shooters, and Paolo's going to get better. Franz is going to get better. Hawks and Pistons. Give me the Pistons here, man. I'm just absolutely adoring the development and the continued high-level play of Cade Cunningham. Going into this next season, you have to expect he's going to be an all-star, be an all-NBA. Cade Cunningham is the real deal. Sixers, Celtics. if you got a healthy Sixers team, this could definitely go the Sixers direction. I don't really know how good the Celtics are going to be. That's the biggest thing about this, is how good can the Celtics realistically be without Jason Tatum? And they shipped off Kristaps and Drew, so give me the Sixers here. I say that hesitantly, though, because, again, it's just so dependent on health. Knicks here. You know, I love the direction the Magic went getting Desmond Bane, but the Knicks really, it's between them and the Cavs that are the team to beat. Give me the Pistons here. I'm still rocking with Cade Cunningham, Oswar, Jaden Ivey coming back, too, from injury. You know, he missed the majority of the year. And then this is... This is one of those things to where it should be the Knicks. I should pick the Knicks. I would just love to see the Pistons just make a run here, but I got to pick the Knicks. All right, just like that, into the Western side of things. And I got to say, Lakers, you guys know I'm a Lakers fan. I need to see a run. I need to see a Luka MVP effort. I need to see LeBron having a strong year. I just need this, man. I freaking need it. My reason being for needing it is because I'm desperate. I'm fucking desperate for Luka, LeBron to get a ring in the purple and gold. And, you know, a lot of people can say, oh, it's going to happen after LeBron leaves. But for me, a big part of it is I want to see LeBron succeed too. He's my GOAT. You know, people say Jordan. People say, fuck, who else do they say aside from Jordan? Some people might say Kobe. Some people might say Magic. I don't see Magic very often. Very, very, very rarely have I seen people say Magic. But you get what I'm trying to say. LeBron's my GOAT, though. I'd love to see him get another ring. Clippers, Blazers. With Dame still out for this entire year, and the Blazers still developing their young guys, you got to go with Clippers here, especially with Clippers really just being win now. I made a whole video about them if you're interested in that. Warriors, Mavericks, Cooper Flag rookie year. There's not a whole lot you can expect in terms of them competing just because it's his rookie year, and Kyrie Irving's going to be out until probably after the All-Star break. So give me the Warriors here. We got Grizzlies, Kings. Grizzlies, Kings are just a disaster right now. Timberwolves, Phoenix. Phoenix is an interesting place because obviously everyone's going to think that they're going to be worse, but they've added role players now, so that's something to keep in mind. You know, you get Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks back for KD, of course, but you also add Mark Williams. They need role players, dude. They needed it badly. I'm not saying they're going to be good, but they're going to catch teams off guard by being better than the expectation. I'm not saying, again, they're going to be good at all. I just think that people forget how good Devin Booker is. I genuinely believe that people forget how good a team can be when, you know, there's more than two players who can ball. And Bradley Beal, at his contract, was not balling. And this is what I hate here, because I would love nothing more than to see the Spurs make a fun run here. They're not going to be championship winners just because they have too many young players, and it's just way too difficult to do that with too young of a team like that. Rockets, Jazz. Rockets. This is not even close. Although I may be biased here, I'm not blind to understand that Thunder are massive favorites to be beating out the West. I mean, this could be a dynasty Thunder team, seriously. I'm not ignorant to pick the Lakers over them. While I hope that's the case, I genuinely do, I'm not that ignorant. Clippers, Warriors. I'm not a believer in this Clippers team in terms of just going on a deep run. I think the Warriors have a much better chance at going on a deeper run just because of who they have. They have guys who've done it time and time and time again. And Clippers, and meanwhile, have guys who have faltered in those big moments. Also, another thing for the Clippers is Kawhi. There's always a question mark every season. Grizzlies, Timberwolves. Timberwolves easy. I don't expect the most out of the Grizzlies this season. I don't think a lot of people do. Nuggets, Rockets. As good as the Nuggets got, and as better as the Rockets got, really looking into last season and seeing what the Rockets lacked was a closer and a true best player. What the Nuggets lacked was a bench. Both teams added that. So now you're really going to get the ideal versions of what these teams want it to be and who they're going to be this season. Who am I rocking with? Give me the Rockets. My reason being is the biggest X factor in my decision here is Amen Thompson. As long as he continues to get better, the sky is the limit for Houston. To me, he is the X factor as to why I would pick the Rockets. KD's KD. Jokic is Jokic. You expect the most out of them. Elite level. Jokic is the best player in the world. You expect best player in the world production out of him. However, Amen Thompson, as good as he was this past season, great defender, working on his offensive game. If he just continues to progress, the sky is the limit for Houston, seriously. Amen is just that kind of guy. Thunder, Warriors, Thunder, easy. We don't even need to talk about this. Rockets, Timberwolves. I would have had the Nuggets beating the Timberwolves, so I'm not going to waste time with this one. And then this is where it would be fun. I would love to watch this playoff series between Thunder and Houston. To be honest with you, even though Houston, again, adding guys like Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, losing Jalen Green, which is a plus in the playoffs because Jalen Green's just not, he's not capable of being your best player or second best player in a championship contending team. Thunder, though, they don't even need to do a whole lot. They just need to be the same. This team is insane. This Thunder is just insane, honestly. Unless someone gets hurt, they're the favorites. And not only would the Knicks lose, in my opinion, to the Rockets and the Nuggets, they're in the East. They're lucky, but I think the Knicks in the West would lose to the Lakers as well. So, give me the Thunder easily. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. To me, this is, I really wish. I genuinely. Can I scroll down? Maybe. No, I'm gonna get rid of my face for this portion of it, just because I really want to highlight how good the West is. I mean, I talk about it in a lot of the videos where I do anything NBA standings related. Thunder, Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Spurs, Rockets, all teams you're just like, God damn, this team could be really solid. And that's because Mavericks, again, Kyrie's out, but if Kyrie was healthy, that'd be a different conversation. And then on the East, I don't even want, dude, this is night and day. You put the Lakers on the East, you put the Rockets on the East, you put the Timberwolves on the East, and suddenly you're like, oh shit, this team can really go the distance. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Greatly appreciate you guys for watching. As always, feel free to like, subscribe. It goes a long way to help the channel. This is I'll Even Different. And we out.